But the looks shiny to me.
And we're live. Welcome. It is your boy Ricky Spanish, aka Ricardo Spaniard, aka Johnny Buster Dan himself, aka the Dom Dada himself, giving you the business. Clocking out of a shift just to clock into another one, baby. Hey, hello. How are you guys? You good? How's your day been? It's been good. I hope it has been. Yo, today was a long day, and I thank God for it. I saw this prayer. I mean, it was kind of a prayer, but it was like a quote. And it was like, hold on, before I forget it, let me see. I'm about to tell you right now. It was like, anyway, it was like, be grateful for all the wounds that bring you closer to God. And I ain't gonna hold you. That's what today felt like. Today felt like, damn, we getting mad familiar. And I thank God for it, yo. Yo, what is going on, y'all? Yo, welcome. This is the Bust It Up Podcast, and this is episode 24. And I am your host, Ricky Spanish, a.k.a. Ricardo Spaniard, a.k.a. that boy. And we back here, man. I was watching something the other day that I thought was really interesting. Funny enough, I think her name is Queen Naj, right? And apparently they was streaming, they was out and about, and they went out to a restaurant and the like. And apparently there were monetary issues. Not monetary issues, just things that happen when you realize certain people you out with, you ain't really gotta be out with no more. And I mean, they had this bill come. It was like a couples thing. It was like 4 couples, and they divvying it down. Like, yo, let's break it down. And then they start like getting funny with the check, and they start saying, well, I mean, like, how do you want to do it? You want to split it up 4 ways? Because that's what she was saying. Call them and they know I'm working, baby. Anyway, Queen Naj was like, yo, let's split it up. I mean, she's the breadwinner, right? They know she got money, right? So it just makes the most sense. Wait, what did I say before that? She said she wanted to split the bill, right? And that makes sense to me because in my brain, I would imagine that if she got the bread, usually she put it down, wherever she go. Like, that's just, her bag. But if she says now, let's bust it down. Split it 4 ways, equal. If you hold it down for like all the other excursions, I don't mind. I think the bill they said was like $1,300, $1,000, something like that. Which, if it's $1,000, it's $250 each for people. I don't know, Queen Naj. Like, I might could have it, but I ain't know we was going to such a luxurious restaurant. I can't sing, right? I can't sing like you sing. I can't. And you want me to bust it down equally, but we ain't got the equal vocal cords that you. Anyway, there was a cause and a ruckus on the stream. People were talking about prices. I think her man just like wanted to go. Just here, pay this, just here. And then people was acting funny because they had to put down. And it reminded me, I was like, yo, that's like the surest way to never just be with nobody. Like, just that kind of shows you who it is that you will be around, who like is never gonna be in this place again. You ain't never coming out with me again. Ever you start acting funny like that. Like, for example, if me and my mans is out, it depends what it is. If it's something small, it's like, yo, I'm gonna run in here, blah, 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 blah. We gonna, blah, 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 blah. We'll usually fight to pay. Like, he'll be like, yo, my nigga Tom. My nigga Tom will be like, yeah, your money's no good here. I'm like, oh my God, nigga. But we usually fight to pay. But if we out, right, and we go to a restaurant, we get something to eat, we'll bust it down accordingly. Like, oh, yo, what you get? But at the end of the day, we're not thinking about it. Like, it ain't a thought in our brain to be like, and what'd you have again? And what was the drink with that? Okay, and then, okay, so if we're 4 in the tip and the percentile, and then, like, if you do all that, yo, it make me not. You don't seem like a good time. Cause I don't even like think about this. I don't even just pay. Obviously, bread is bread. I mean, I all got shit to put down, but it's one of those things like where you know if you know your people, like not for nothing, we men. So it's like if we go out with our ladies on a couple somewhere, like we'll take care of it. So if you out on a couples thing and your mans is there, like you kind of get a gauge of who your mans be and how they carry it. And I can't really see myself being put in a position where like we have to like act funny when a bill comes. Like, you know, like some people take a little trip real quick, take a phone call real quick, or like the babysitter's acting crazy and they gotta exit early before the check come, and then you don't even feel real. Like, yo, remember that dinner the other, like, yo, you mean, remember? I wouldn't do it. So when I saw that shit, I was like, me and my niggas would never. How embarrassing. Especially like, and that's live too. You gotta see that shit. It's like, yo, we up. It's 1,300. We up. And obviously she probably had it. And it's not about not having it. It's about, I guess, and I don't know, this is her intent. But the only thing I could imagine is, yo, I'm with these people. I'm always paying, yo, put up. Yo, like put up. We could put up, nigga. Like, put up. Like, you don't want to be the one that's always putting up and shit. So, damn, my DoorDash is here. Hold up. Give me like 2 seconds. Let me get my DoorDash real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all, because something ain't right. My DoorDash. Say he arriving now, but this fucker can't be here fast enough. Hold up. Their name is I'll see. Yeah, I will see. Anyway. They ain't here yet, but whatever. Anyway, damn, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, it's not like she not up. I think when people do that, when you up, and you have to, like, do that with your friends, you be like, yo, let's put it all together. It's like, you probably tired of them leeching off you. If they are. I'm not saying they are, because I don't know their situation. But I can only think of that, like, yo, like, I bust it in all the time, yo. You don't want to put it in. Like, yo, at least make the relationship feel equal. You know what I mean? Not so transactional. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't feel right if somebody was paying for me all the time. Like, what the fuck is that? That make me feel weird. I'm a grown ass man. Nuts in my hand. I'll pay that. How much is the tip? I don't care much. I put the whole. I was stupid. But yeah, like, me and my niggas could never. But hey, more power to it. I just thought that was interesting. I was like, damn, that's such an interesting situation to be in with such a person of high stature as herself. Like, you know, you got money, so like, it's just odd that, like, we don't, I don't know. Who knows? All right, now we got her. Give me 1 second. Yeah, come on. Sorry about that. I had to get my baby back ribs. No, I'm just kidding. I got brisket sandwich with some mac and cheese and some more peach cobbler. Excusez-moi. Also, I have another order. Coming. It's candy though. Hey man, look. I was working today. Alright, let me give a little context. So when I would take my son to daycare, right, the lady that ran it had a Range Rover, right, parked up right outside every time. And I was like, I ain't think nothing about it. I was like, oh, cool. I mean, hello. I mean, it's dope. And in the day, I had passed 2 daycares. Outside was a BMW. It was a nice joint. Just a reference, a luxury car, right? BMW. That was the first joint I passed today. The second joint I passed today outside had a pink Escalade V. Now, just to get the pink color in Cadillac, you gotta be like, I think on a special customer program thing, whatever. Anyway, I started thinking, damn, like they do a daycare. Oh my god, I like this. And I started thinking of joint ventures with your partner that would be successful, right? So I thought, thinking about like with my girl, like, yo, what if we start like a daycare? You know what I mean? I fund it, you run it, right? And then I got mad because I thought of a time that I had an ex, right, whose business I tried to support and fund, and really just she made me mad. I had this ex, right? I funded her business, right? She wanted to sell beverages, right? She sold beverages. And it wasn't, I mean, obviously there had to be work. This is during the pandemic. Obviously there had to be work. I mean, you gotta get all these ingredients together, and then, I mean, there were natural juices. And then, like, not for nothing, but I'm taking a hit. I'm taking a loss. Like, what you charging right now versus what everything costs, it don't. But I didn't care. It didn't matter to me. I didn't care because it was just something that, you mean, was hers. You know what I'm saying? Something that she could do to build whatever the fuck she needed to build. Like, if this is something that she liked, pursue it. You know what I mean? Go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like one of these things. Like, you gotta be careful, like, who you support and who you fund, because some people just don't have the drive to. Like, she started saying it was hard. It was just take too long. I was like, yeah, so nigga, so 9 to 5 is good too. Like, at least you doing this for yourself and you ain't losing money. It's just really hard to really just support everybody just in all your endeavors, because like, you want to look out for people, but at the same time, like, people gotta want to look out for themselves, and if they don't do that, it's like, it's all for naught. I'm gonna bust my ass just so you could like give me an asterisk and be like, and it's fucked because this same ex, I gotten jobs for. Same ex that told me I ain't do nothing for them, gotten them jobs. I showed my face. I was like, yo, you mean to people that I'm close with, just for her to like just be like, I'm overstimulated. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't feel like I should be working. I'm like, all right, dog, do what you feel then. Do like, I'm hanging out on my neck for you so you can advance, and you just fucking, I don't want to do this. It's too hard. It takes up too much time. Overstimulated. I like this. I hate that. I ain't gonna lie. So, and I was thinking about joint ventures to have with your significant other. You know what I'm saying? And then I got weary off that. I'm like, yo, heavy is the head, yo, that decides to pursue a fucking venture with their partner, and their partner ain't, like, they like the idea, but they don't really understand that work that it takes behind the scenes to really produce the outcome that they have in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the furthest thing from the initial stages. And sometimes people, I'm like this. I was like this. Instant gratification is a bit. Sometimes when you don't see your the fruit of your spoils immediately, I think that's how you say it. The fruit of your spoils immediately, you like get like kind of like unmotivated. You get kind of like turned off, and it's like Yeah, that's the hard part. Like this is like nothing worth having comes easy, and nothing that lasts long comes fast. And it's like if you don't get that, then it's like, what do you want to do really? Like, do you want to like what hard do you want? Do you want the 9 to 5 hard, or do you want like this shit is tough? I don't know where I'm going, but I mean, one provides security, and that's fine. I get that. People want security. People got lives. People got jobs. People got families, kids they got to take care of. But all in all, people got fear, right? So that 9 to 5 is safe, it's comfortable. I like. I want to be home, coddle up. But it's like you can't start walking into a path of like your own shit, your own entrepreneurship, and then you get confused when there's actual work involved that feels similar to a 9 to 5. Now it's just for you. Now it's just it's not showing so many fruits right now, but that's like in the developmental stage where you like start building your brand and garnering rapport with potential clients. Like there's just ways of mental fortitude that is needed for you to say, yo, I want to pursue my own shit. Like, and what does that look like? Yo, the scariest thing is something that you don't have a point of reference for. Because what do you compare it to? Because at least if you had a point of reference, like, oh, they're doing like this, oh, I did it before, blah, 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 blah. And that's scary, right? That's motherfucking terrifying. But it's in that moment, right? Because obviously you could fail. What's wrong with failing? It ain't the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, because then if you do fail, then you take a much greater hit, obviously. But in that feeling, what you gain, yo, it's incomparable. Like I was saying earlier, yo, the wounds, be grateful for the wounds that bring you closer to God, right? There is a very essential, a very essential necessity. Am I saying two things twice? I wanted to say that a very essential necessity. I like how they sound. So, all right, anyway. A very essential necessity that humans have in regards to failure. Because I think naturally humans have that internal instinct to want to overcome, power through, persevere. You know what I'm saying? So I think when that is directly challenged in a regard that's unfamiliar to you, oh my God, the growth that you could get for that. Like the knowledge you can gain from that. Like, hey, yeah, I failed. Yeah, I did. But I learned XYZ. And I think that's really perspective that takes you there. Because if you can shut up, bitch. I'm sorry. Damn, call me on my damn. I think that if you are able to adopt that mindset of allowing the failure to be the bridge to you elevating, then the failure isn't failing. Isn't it? Because I think a lot of times people just look at failure and they just like, oh, I failed at this. I'm not competent anymore, or I should pursue something else. But a lot of the times the failure is redirection or a stepping stone, right? That mentality, will take you like, because I say it for myself too. I'm really talking to myself right now, because there's a lot of shit that I be wanting to do that I'm fearful, right? Not fearful in the sense that it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out type shit. Like I believe in myself, right? I don't always believe in my ability to navigate blindly. Like I feel, all right, for example, with the tools that I know I have at my disposal, I feel like I can go anywhere, right? Going into an area that is a little bit, not blinding, but a little bit unfamiliar, and you don't really know how to utilize the tools that you have, now your brain has to start creating new ones to adopt to be able to fit you into this new environment. And a lot of the times that mindset, that's progression. That's like you growing, and it feels uncomfortable. It feels painful. It feels scary. But on the other end of that bridge, it could be the thing that you want the most. It could be the thing that, like, what is on the other side of your fear? What is on the other side of possible advancement? Or at least bridging the gap between what you're willing to move in blindly and be okay at failing at versus how safe you'd like to feel in your circumstance. Because on the one hand, yeah, it's safe. Like, this is secure. I know this. But there's so much you leave on the table from the unknown. And I think that's the scariest thing. What's known is known. We know that already. I got that. It's in here already. I have it here. I know it. On the other side of the things that I want, that I aspire for, to, I know this known thing clearly is not getting me this, because if it did, these wants, desires would be known, but they're not. So that means that this lies behind not this. It lies behind the unknown. And because it lies behind the unknown, how do you venture out into the unknown? You have to stay away from what is known. And then you navigate this new environment, like with just the utmost, not stepping on eggshells or stepping on glass, but building up your endurance for how much you can take to fail. Because that's the springboard. It's never been so clear to me. Failing is the springboard. Not just failing, but trying. The attempt. The act of just attempting something unfamiliar. That's the springboard. You could succeed, you could fail. Whichever way it leans and lands allows you the space to either enjoy the fruit of the fruit of your spoils, or learn, continue, persevere, elevate, tenacity, finacity. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a lot of times I be talking to myself, man. Well, I am talking to myself, but a lot of the times when I say these things and it feels outwardly, it's really internally. What are the things that I fear that I may not be pursuing, that I need to pursue to get me to the next level of whatever encompasses my life, whatever my life entails? Like, what is the door? You know what I'm saying? And I think, obviously, everybody has that door. I think everybody is different in terms of what their limitations, or what they perceive the limitations to be, obviously, but evidently it's all the same shit. It's like, it's all the same. It's all the same path, just different situations, different journeys, different outlooks of life. We all, just have this blank. We all came with a blank slate that over time was introduced with different influences of perception, whether it be parents, trauma, TV, school, people around you, like just all these different filters of life that come together to help shape your personal and unique perspective. And then with that comes your trials and tribulations of how you come across with what you deem is relatable to you, and then how you navigate that. That's why it's so important to really be yourself, because if you feel like if you follow other trends and other people's shit, then it's like, how do you know what's really for you? Because like, let's say, all right, for example, he's like, let's say, I don't know, like I wanted to be on the cheerleading club in high school because a girl I thought was fine was on there. That's just step one. Now I gotta learn these cheers. I gotta keep up this act. This ain't me. This feel like I don't fuck with that. Blah blah blah. And then it's like, all right, well, what am I doing really? What am I adopting? What am I? This ain't. And so now that path becomes all fucking heavy, because now you're battling yourself. You're battling these perceptions that you don't really truly carry, that you have to act on now. And I think it's so important to like know who you are, or at least find yourself early. That way, like when you pursue something, you know if it's for you or not, and you can keep building on that. Fine tune your shit. Fine tune that motherfucker. Yo, my DoorDash is my fucking candy. My motherfucking final boss sour candy is here. Yeah. But anyway, look, that's all I came to say. That's all was on my heart today. I ain't really had no topics, y'all. But you know what it is. It is your boy Ricky Spanish, aka Ricardo Spanish, aka the Dom Dada himself, aka I buzz it down on Tuesday and Friday and Thursday. Listen, today's a great day, y'all. I love God. I love today, and today's was amazing. Thank God for today, yo. That's it, y'all. This felt like a fast one. I wasn't rushing, and I don't want to feel like it was rushing, because I felt chill, but at the same time. Anyway, it's been real. It's your boy Ricky Spanish, aka Ricardo Spanish, aka the Dom Dada himself. This has been episode 24 of the Bust It Up podcast, and I'm your host Ricky Spanish, aka Ricardo Spanish, and we are out of here. Peace. Have a great day, yo. I'm out.